Hey people. Hey. Hey.
Hey, Apple, hey.
Mko poa? Mko fiti? Yeah, I hope mko fiti. You mean mko fiti? Yeah, so if you're seeing this, if you're going to see this, then you're going to get some juicy stuff from the subreddit I'm going to react. It's full of life stories, people, maisha ya watu wanashare situations zenye wako. And yeah, it's some relatable things that we can maybe give advice, react, judge. It depends with what you see or how you relate to the situation. If you can't judge, then let's see how the people of Reddit judged them. Yeah, so karibuni sana. Subscribes hapo chini. Subscribes. Anyway, subscribe hapo chini na let's get into the content. So, am I the a-hole for being mad my boyfriend won't make noodles the way I like? This sounds dumb, but hear me out. Okay, I'm already judging Loki. I have always been a picky eater, especially when it comes to tomatoes. Okay, I relate. In a way, like I do not like my see tomatoes in my food like after imeiva. Nah, it should be all pounded, imebondwa yote. Anyway, ever since I was a kid, my dad will make spaghetti different from the rest of the house. I like having an essence of the sauce flavor on the noodles, but not the overpowering flavor having noodles bathed in sauce creates. Like hapendi spaghetti zake zikiwa na too much sauce, like just mild sauce but not too much sauce. Okay, so here's where it gets a bit odd. My dad will separate my spaghetti from the families after putting the sauce on, and then will rinse the sauce off with a sink and strainer. I love noodles like this as it's a nice subtle tomato vibe given to the mild spaghetti. Okay. My 20 boyfriend, 26, has known about this since we first started dating. Okay. He always told me my food habits were cute. Okay. We have been dating for almost 3 years now and moved in together at the beginning of the pandemic. So this is 2020 around March. So we could be in lockdown together. Ever since we moved in together, he insisted on taking charge of cooking and all cooking related dishes, grocery shopping, etc. And he assigned me the role of cleaning the bulk of the apartment. We split other tasks pretty much 50-50. Okay. I think I can kind of relate to this. Like, men kind of like cooking but don't like cleaning up the mess. So they tell you to like, acha babe, acha mimi nipike, and then we utaosha vyombo and all that. But yeah, it's good food. Like you can't really refuse the deal. It's a good deal. Yeah. Everything was perfect and he always seemed to be making noodles the way I like them when we had them. This was until last week when we had spaghetti. Kwani alidu? We ate and everything was good, but afterwards he started teasing me, saying things like, you really like your pasta with an essence of tomato, and how was your tomato essence, babe? Always using finger quotes around the words essence. Oh, okay, like, After a few comments, I felt something was off and I asked him if he had done anything differently with tonight's noodles than he usually does, and he started laughing. Oh God. Did he do what I think he did? Placebo. When he finally stopped laughing, he told me the whole truth while smirking. He said, I didn't do anything different than I usually do. I have never been making it the way you have requested. Ooh. I mean, if you noticed the difference, you would have said something. I don't know. He claimed that if I did not notice for this, then it will not matter that he's making dinner in a way that is easier for him. I disagree. Apparently, the entire time we've been living together, he's just been skipping the pasta sauce on my noodles entirely. He claimed that if I did not notice for this long, then it shouldn't matter, that he is making dinner in a way that is easier for him. I disagree entirely. I think the lying was a huge breach of trust, and so was the refusal to make dinner how I wanted. Okay, how you wanted. I mean, if you wanted to eat dinner how you wanted, you could have cooked it. Ama? Like, I know you guys agreed, but you could have at least have. I have admittedly been acting passive-aggressively to him since, but he thinks he did nothing wrong, that I'm overreacting and that I need to let it go. Am I the a-hole? Edit, my boyfriend found the post and is not happy. I'm debating pouring the sauce directly down the drain to spite him. Edit 2. So a lot has happened since this morning. Y'all may be happy to hear they broke up over spaghetti sauce. Oh. What? We had a huge blow-up fight since he found the post, which led me to breaking up with him. He did not like being called a predator, and I started to think y'all had a point about that, so I ended up breaking up with him. He attempted to plead with me a bit. My parents pay our rent, so he can't afford the place without me, but I wouldn't budge. Now some things I found in the argument first. He is not a pharmacist like he always told me. He just works at CV's. What the heck is that twist? Second, he has actually cheated on me multiple times with other girls that go to my college. And lastly, and worst of all, he has never actually been allergic to dogs and just doesn't like them. Oof. I mean, y'all are... Yeah, you are petty. You're kind of petty, but I think that petty made you realize the red flags. I mean, you sort of dodged a bullet, but he also dodged a bullet. I don't know if he dodged a bullet, but his character looks a bit red flaggy than yours. You kind of liked the food, so I think you should give it a try. I mean, doesn't hurt. Hata mi kuna vitu zingine siwezi kula kama matumbo. I tell myself I will try it, but then when I look at it, I'm like, do I really want to eat that? Msinijudge by the way. Najua si kila mtu pia hapa anakulanga matumbo. So msinijudge. Kila mtu ana preference yake. I'd say you're not the asshole. Yeah. Judging on what I've seen, the argument like made you realize, I mean, you dodged a bullet, so good for you. Am I the a-hole for not buying snacks for my daughter's best friend at a play date? I have an 11-year-old daughter, Ellie. She has a best friend, Sophie, 12. So let's say grade 6, grade 7. Both of the girls have special needs and are around 6 years old mentally. Okay. So Sophie's mom called me yesterday, said that they were at an indoor playground and Sophie wanted to know if Ellie could come and play. Sophie's mom offered to put me on her punch card. What's a punch card? Let me search a punch card. Sophie's mom offered to put me on her punch card. She prepays for 10 to 20 visits at a time because it's cheaper. So it will be free for me. So I got Ellie in the car and we met them at the playground. After about an hour of playing, the girls started to get hungry. I packed a snack for Ellie, but Sophie's mom didn't have any snacks on her. I told her they sell snacks in front, but she claimed that she did not have any money on her and asked me to buy Sophie some goldfish. I said, sure, Venmo or M-Pesa me and I'll grab some. I said no, I took care of my kid and it's not my job to take care of hers too. She says she paid for my kid to get in so I could cover the $2 for the goldfish. I told her if she wanted me to bring snacks, she should have told me when she invited me, but I won't be wasting $2 for 50 cents dollar bag of goldfish because she was unprepared. Jesus, that's kind of brutal, mom. It is. I'm judging. She went up to the front and I don't know if she lied about not having money, but she came back with goldfish and fruit snacks. Now she's being petty by asking me to pay her back for all the times we've used their memberships and guest passes, so we are not getting along. I'm going to have to see her at school drop-off, pick-up, ballet class, gymnastics class, and the girls' weekly play date, so I wanted to know if I was the asshole for not buying her kid a snack. I mean, you kinda were. She gave you her punch card. She put you on her punch card, and I mean, it's $2, man. It's so less compared to what she was giving you, and I don't know about that, but it sounds less than what she was giving you. So I feel like she kinda owes you one. Yeah, if she wants to be paid back, you should pay her. So yeah, please pay her back, ma'am. Miss ma'am. Lipa mtu. Lipana. Tumiana M-Pesa ama Venmo, whatever you guys call it. But let's see what Reddit has to say. You're the a-hole. You were invited to a place for free that you will otherwise have had to pay for. True. You only packed snacks for your child. Why? Why didn't you also take snacks for the other child? I mean, I can't really judge from that perspective of being a parent and having a disabled kid, but I think I'd consider to pack extra snacks that I can share. So yeah, I feel like you're. So yeah, you are. Another one. Am I the a-hole for suggesting my wife lower her standards so that she'll be less overwhelmed? Okay, the title is really sending me, it's triggering. My wife, 37 female, and I, 38 male, have 3 kids, 12, 10, and 8. She is in a constant state of overwhelm and very easily irritated, constantly complaining how it's all too much. I'm of course happy to help and do my fair share for the kids or household, but it's never enough because her standards are too damn high. How are they high? Mr. Sir, how are they high? Please tell us. She insists that one of us has to be up by 6:45 every morning to make sure the kids are ready and make the bus which comes at 7:45, so that's 1 hour after they wake up. I told her they're old enough to not need that much help already. Okay. They can all dress themselves and pour themselves cereal and milk. There's no reason we have to be up. Huh? Why? You are a parent. She says the cereal isn't a good enough breakfast. True, it's not. I relate, it's not. Na huyu mtoto anaenda shule, akule cereal pekee hadi angoje lunchtime, takapitia. na imagine katikati ya lesson 2 double maths na uko njaa. Poor kids. She says that cereal isn't a good enough breakfast. They need something more substantial. Yes, like eggs and bacon and tea. Yeah, they do, and pancakes. Especially the 12-year-old, and that the 10-year-old has ADHD and will definitely struggle without help in the morning. And anyway, she wants to see them off and kiss them goodbye for the day. So she gets up, I don't. Then she gets upset that I never give her a morning off when all she needs to do is just take the morning off when she wants and let the kids handle themselves. I mean, it's sounds like you do not want to help your wife, sir. It sounds that way. You just want to sleep 6:45, like, and you have 3 kids. Also, she is super strict about screen time during the week and is exhausted and snappy from arguing about it with the kids and upset I don't support her strict limit of 2 hours. What kind of parent I'm not a parent, but I have siblings and I see how they manage their kids. And this woman needs help, Mr. Sir. She needs help from you. You're the husband, you're the father, you're the man of the house, so you should help. I say, as long as homework is done, why not until bed? She says it's not healthy for them. Of course it's not. They need to play outside or with games and toys, read some books, just entertain themselves in more ways than one. I agree they should enjoy other things, but not seeing why we have to make such a rigid limit. I think you are an example of why they should need such a rigid, strict limit. Just saying, man. Like, you're acting so weird. She also likes to get out on weekends and do stuff like zoos, museums, etc., but then complains about the planning for the outing and how grouchy the youngest gets by the end of it. And again, I say, let's just chill at home, and voila, you've cut the work. Sir, you sound like a lazy ass dad, husband, and man. Get your shit together. These are kids you are raising. I don't know how kids are supposed to be raised, but personally, if I have a kid, I'm going to take them out, like kuona animals. See, compare screen. By the way, these screens are not good. Just saying, it's not good. It's not healthy. Take your kids out. Go on a safari somewhere. Go in a hotel. Go have fun. Go swim. Just have fun with your kids, man. Okay? I am engaged and an active parent. You do not sound like an active parent. I'm not trying to get out of it, but I don't think I should have to help my wife dig herself out of her own self-created holes. She creates the stress for herself and then turns to me to alleviate it, which I think it's unfair. Am I the a-hole for telling her she needs to do less and then she won't need this level of help? Jesus Christ, sir, you are the a-hole. You're clearly the a-hole in this situation. Like 100%, even without looking at the comments, you are the a-hole. I guarantee you are the a-hole. Let's look at the comments, because hey, you're the a-hole. Yes, you are. Your wife's standards are just being a decent parent. Yes, as I said, you're not good enough of a parent or a husband. And you are not doing your fair share if you aren't helping with these things you consider unnecessary. An 8-year-old and a 10-year-old with ADHD are not ready to totally get themselves ready in the morning. I agree. And you'd know that if you didn't sleep through the morning routine every day. 2 hours of screen time a day is a totally reasonable boundary. Yes, for a kid it is. And family time and enriching activities are also important, as I said. Yeah, very. It creates bond within a family. And yeah, maybe those can be cut down slightly, but just chill at home all the time isn't the answer either. It's not. Stop being lazy and become an actual engaged parent like your wife is. Yes, sir. Become a parent and help your wife. Stop being a lazy fuck. Okay, that was intense. Kind of triggered me because Jesus Christ. Let's move on to the next one. Am I the a-hole for asking my coworker what will happen if I drank her breast milk?
Oh yeah. What the man? What the is this, man?
Okay. Okay, my 20-year-old female coworker Kate had a baby a little while ago and is in the break room during lunch yesterday She was talking about breastfeeding. During the conversation, I asked Kate, hey, so what will happen if I were to drink your breast milk? What even made you ask that question? Like, Kate said, excuse me? I did realize that it sounded like a weird question. Of course it is. When you didn't hear the train of thought leading up to it. So I tried to explain myself and I said, I mean, is it okay because your baby is related to you, but I'd get sick because I don't have your same bacteria? Kate didn't answer me, but our other coworker Lauren said, well, it can't be that's how it works, because then wet nurses wouldn't have been a thing. I've never heard of a wet nurse and asked Lauren, what's that? Lauren said, it's when you hire a nanny who had a baby at the same time as you so that she can also breastfeed your baby for you. But it's like an old-timey thing. So at this point, Kate said, you guys are being and left. I found out today that she's telling people that me and Lauren were making fun of her about breastfeeding. So I do understand why Kate would have been uncomfortable with the first way I asked the question, because yes, that was kind of stupid way to say it. Yes, it was. But I don't really understand how she thinks I was making fun at her after that. So am I the a-hole? I mean, did you... let's look at the comments. Look, some thoughts just don't need to be. Exactly. I will not have said that. Like, it created a weird like environment. So hata you guys mkienda kufanya job pamoja, the environment will not be the same anymore. You've just made her uncomfortable, one. So I kind of think you guys were the a-holes in this situation, especially you, OP. You are the a-hole for making her uncomfortable, one, in a work environment, one. What are other people saying? Jesus. Women who are breastfeeding at work already have to deal with the stigma of everybody knows I just went into that closet and squeezed milk out of my breasts. It's different than just knowing someone went to the bathroom, and is way more personal. So yeah, I think you made her uncomfortable, and I think you're the a-hole for that. So yes, you are the hey. You are the a-hole. Yeah. Anyway, I think we've come to the end of the video. Let's see how this goes. And if you like my content, please do share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. So yeah, have a good one.